Have you ever wondered what really happens the exact second after your last breath? This video will unlock the greatest secrets of life after death, something science and traditional religion never told you. It's a journey beyond the veil, exploring the transition that awaits us all. We'll look at the initial moments, the spiritual reception, and the first steps in a new dimension of existence. Stay until the end, because the insights we're about to share could completely change your perspective on life, death, and what it means to be truly happy. Science teaches us a fundamental truth: energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only transforms. Think about it. Everything in the universe, from the stars to the thoughts in your mind, is a form of energy. So, if we are beings of energy and consciousness, what does that mean for death? It means death isn't an end. It's a transformation. It's simply the dematerialization of the physical body, the vessel that carried us through this earthly experience. Spiritism offers a beautiful key to understanding this. It sees death not as a terrifying finality, but as a liberation from a temporary prison. Our true self, our spirit, is finally set free to continue its journey. It's not about ceasing to exist, but about beginning to exist in a new, more expansive way, unburdened by physical limitations. So what is that moment of crossing actually like? Imagine your last breath. As the physical body shuts down, a process of detachment begins. The perispirit, which is like an energetic double of your physical body, starts to separate. For those who live the life of love and detachment from material things, this process feels like shedding a heavy coat. There's an incredible sensation of lightness, of floating, of freedom. But for those weighed down by guilt, attachment, and negative emotions, this separation can feel difficult, heavy, and confusing. This is why mental and emotional preparation throughout life is so important. As this detachment occurs, you are not alone. A spiritual rescue team, often composed of your spiritual mentors and beloved relatives who have already passed on, arrives. They don't appear in a frightening way, but as beings of pure light and love, extending their hands to guide you through a tunnel of brilliant golden and blue light, welcoming you home. Once you've crossed over, the first contact occurs. This is a moment of profound recognition and reunion. You see those loved ones who came to greet you, and the feeling is one of overwhelming peace. An important realization dawns: the intense pain of longing, the sodade, is felt by those who remain on earth, not by the spirit who has been freed. You are now in a state of pure being. Your first awakening in the spiritual world isn't in a generic heaven or hell. Instead, you find yourself in a place that is a direct reflection of your own mental and emotional state. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs literally create the environment around you. If your mind is filled with peace and love, you awaken in a beautiful, ethereal garden. If it's filled with turmoil, your surroundings will mirror that. You are the architect of your own afterlife reality. It's not about your earthly wealth or status, but the richness of your soul. This is where you are embraced by your guides, who help you understand this new reality. After this initial reception and adjustment, the first great lesson begins: understanding the law of cause and effect. Many call this karma. It's not a punishment, but a divine educational tool. In the spiritual realm, you are gently guided to review the life you just lived. Imagine an ethereal screen appearing before you, playing back the movie of your choices, your actions, and their consequences. You don't just see what you did, you feel the impact your actions had on others, both the joy and the pain. This isn't a judgment from an external, angry God. It is a self-assessment, a confrontation with your own conscience. This is the first phase of understanding your journey, seeing where you excelled in love and where you still have lessons to learn. It's a process of accountability that is deeply personal, profound, and ultimately aimed at your own growth and evolution. It's the universe lovingly holding up a mirror so you can truly see yourself. If you have ever felt the presence of a loved one who has passed on, or if this message resonates deep within your heart, please show your support by dropping a like and sharing this video. Your interaction is a beacon that helps us spread this light of knowledge to more people who need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe to Spiritist Light Journey and hit that notification bell, because you won't want to miss our next chapter. Coming up next, we will explore one of the most asked questions: where do the disembodied spirits actually go? We'll delve into the intricate structure of the spiritual world, from the lower zones to the higher colonies of light. Prepare to have your mind expanded as we map out the geography of the afterlife. Thank you for watching. Have you ever wondered what happens after we die? Many people picture a vague, cloudy heaven, or maybe just nothing at all. But what if I told you the spiritual world is as real, as solid, and even more organized than our own? The incredible truth, shared by countless mediums and spirits themselves, is that the afterlife isn't an empty void. It's a world built entirely by thought and vibration. Imagine cities of pure light, suspended in an ethereal sky, glowing with colors you've never seen before. This isn't science fiction. This is the reality of the spiritual colonies. One of the most famous, described in detail, is Ne Solar, which means our home. These places aren't just random constructions. They are meticulously planned communities with hospitals, schools, parks, and homes, all formed and sustained by the collective, positive thoughts of the spirits who live there. In these colonies, everything vibrates with purpose. The hospitals, for example, don't use scalpels or medicine as we know them. They use beds of light and healing energies, administered by spiritual doctors who treat the soul, not just the body. The schools are places of profound learning, where spirits don't just memorize facts, they absorb universal laws through luminous figures and pure thought. Work isn't a chore, it's a joyful act of service. Spirits work by manipulating energy with their minds, helping to maintain the harmony of their home, or even assisting those still on earth. And what's the currency in this world? It's not money, it's merit, earned through good deeds, and the purity of one's intentions. The more you love and serve, the richer you become, and the more beautiful and luminous your reality is. But what about the spirits who are still troubled, who leave Earth filled with anger, guilt, or heavy attachments? They don't go to these radiant cities, at least not right away. This isn't a punishment from God, it's the inescapable law of mental affinity. Like attracts like. Your state of mind determines your destination. These souls find themselves in what are known as the transition valleys, sometimes called the umbral. Imagine a place where the sky is always heavy, the light is dim, and a dense fog seems to cling to everything. The landscapes are distorted, reflecting the inner turmoil of their inhabitants. These valleys are prisons, but the walls and bars are made of their own fear, remorse, and negativity. Guilt creates a heavy cloak that weighs them down. Vengeful thoughts manifest as dark, menacing forms around them. They aren't trapped there by some external force, but by their own vibrational state. It's a necessary, though painful, period of purification. In these desolate regions, they are forced to confront the consequences of their actions and thoughts, until they feel the first spark of humility or the desire for help. That's when the rescue begins. Helpers from the higher colonies descend into these shadowy zones to offer a hand to anyone ready to ascend. No soul is lost forever. After a period of recovery and learning in the spiritual colonies, the time comes for a new beginning. This is the Reincarnation Conclave. It's not a random process where you're just thrown back into a new life. It's a detailed planning session. Imagine sitting at an ethereal round table with your most trusted spiritual mentors. Before you is a map, not of land, but of a lifetime, traced in lines of light. Together, you review your past lives, your progress, your debts, and your merits. You actively participate in choosing your next journey. You choose the family that will provide the exact lessons you need to learn. You choose the trials, be they financial, relational, or health-related, that will give you the opportunity to strengthen your spirit and pay off old karmic debts. Nothing is by chance. Every challenge you face in life was pre-approved by you for your own ultimate good. When the plan is set, you seal the contract with a touch of light, a promise to yourself and to the universe to evolve. No one returns to Earth without a clear purpose, whether it's a mission of redemption or a mission of service. So when you look at your life right now, the struggles, the joys, do you ever wonder what your spiritual plan looks like? What lessons did you choose to learn in this lifetime? Comment your zodiac sign below, and let's explore the energetic blueprint you might be working with. And remember, if this journey into the spiritual world is opening your eyes, help us reach more souls who are searching for these answers. Share this video with someone you think needs to hear it. Thank you for joining us on Spiritist Light Journey. In our next chapter, we'll explore how these spirits communicate with us from their world and uncover the true purpose of mediumship. You won't want to miss it. subscribe, and turn on notifications so we can continue this incredible journey together. Hey there, spiritual seekers, and welcome back to Spiritist Light Journey. Have you ever had a sudden idea pop into your head, or felt a presence when you were alone? What if I told you that wasn't just your imagination? The spiritual world and our physical world are not separate. They're constantly interacting. Think of it like this. We're all connected by invisible threads of energy. Mediumship isn't some rare magical power reserved for a chosen few. It's a natural ability, latent in every single one of us, just like our ability to see or hear. The key to unlocking it is mental tuning learning, to adjust your own frequency to perceive what's beyond the veil. So, how exactly do spirits influence us? It happens all the time, through inspiration. Spirits, both good and not so good, can whisper ideas into our minds. A sudden burst of creativity, a feeling of comfort, or a solution to a problem might be a positive influence. That's why it's so crucial to practice mental vigilance, to guard our thoughts and maintain a positive mindset. This attracts benevolent spirits and shields us from less helpful influences. Mediumship manifests in many ways, like psychography, where spirits write through a person's hand, or clairvoyance and clairaudience, which are the abilities to see and hear spirits. But we also need to be aware of obsessive spirits, or obsessors, who can attach themselves to us due to shared negative thoughts or habits. The best protection is self-reform, elevating our thoughts, practicing charity, and living with love. This raises our own vibration, making us incompatible with lower frequency energies. Now, let's talk about why we're even here. Do you ever feel like there has to be more to life than just working, paying bills, and repeating the cycle? Well, there is. We all have a mission, a greater purpose. That mission is our own evolution, service to others, and the mastery of ourselves. Think of Earth as a grand school, not an amusement park. The challenges and even the pain we experience are not random punishments. They are essential tools for our spiritual refinement, like a fire that purifies gold. By helping others, we help ourselves. By overcoming our flaws, we become stronger. This journey is about learning, growing, and contributing to the collective good. But you might be thinking, this all sounds nice, but where's the proof? The evidence for the survival of consciousness after physical death is vast and growing. We have the incredible psychographed works of Chico Xavier, containing information he couldn't possibly have known. We have the documented past life regression cases from respected psychiatrists like Dr. Brian Weiss. There are thousands of carefully researched cases of children who remember past lives with stunning accuracy. This isn't just belief. It's a field of study showing that our consciousness, our true self, is not confined to the brain. Understanding this is the key to living a life free from the fear of death and full of purpose. So, what about you? Have you ever had an experience you couldn't explain? A vivid dream, a sense of guidance, or a strange coincidence? Share your most striking mediumistic experience in the comments below. Your journey is unique and valuable. To learn more and truly transform your understanding, be sure to check out our exclusive playlist on mediumship right here on the channel. And get ready, because in our next video, we'll dive into the concept of the return and the law of progress. We'll explore the incredible impact that reincarnation has on everything from your finances to your relationships. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Spiritist Light Journey. Today, we've arrived at a truly crucial topic. So many people chase after wealth and success, but they completely miss the spiritual laws that actually govern prosperity. I'm going to show you how actions from your past lives could be either blocking or unlocking your financial and emotional freedom right now, in this very moment. This isn't just theory. It's about understanding the deep-seated reasons behind your current life experiences. Let's start by talking about why we don't remember our past lives. This forgetfulness isn't a cosmic mistake. It's a veil of mercy. Imagine trying to live your current life while carrying the full weight of every joy, every mistake, and every trauma from dozens of previous existences. It would be overwhelming. So, the spirit enters a new life with a clean slate, but not an empty one. We carry our karmic loans and debts with us. The people in your life, especially your family and your romantic partners, are not random accidents. They are the key players in your evolutionary journey, souls you've likely known before, here to help you settle old accounts and learn new lessons. That deep connection you feel, that sometimes challenging dynamic, it's often the result of spiritual bonds forged across lifetimes. A beautiful and complex dance of love, learning, and reconciliation. Now, let's connect this to prosperity. The real key to spiritual and material abundance isn't just hard work, it's generosity and the ethical use of your resources. In the grand scheme of things, both poverty and wealth are temporary experiences designed for our learning. True, lasting wealth is moral integrity. A spirit who was greedy, dishonest, or misused their resources in a past life might face financial blocks and difficulties in their current one. This isn't a punishment, but a redemptive opportunity, a chance to learn the value of giving, of honesty, and of using wealth for the greater good. When you give freely, without expecting anything in return, you're not just helping someone else. You're multiplying a positive energy that will return to you in ways you can't even imagine. It's a divine law. What you sow, you shall reap. This whole process is part of an incredible journey, the wheel of reincarnation that leads us toward infinite progress. It's so important to understand that no one ever goes backward on this evolutionary scale. We might stumble, we might take detours, but the overall direction is always forward, always upward. We are all created for perfection. The ultimate goal of these countless lives, these lessons in love and finance, is to achieve unity with our Creator through unconditional love and service to others. We are slowly but surely polishing our spirits, life after life, preparing for a state of pure light and consciousness. So, what's the takeaway from all this? The single biggest investment you can ever make is in your own inner reform. True knowledge sets you free. When you understand these spiritual laws, you can consciously choose to live differently. Live each day as if it were your last on earth, but do so with the profound wisdom that life itself is eternal. Every kind act, every moment of patience, every bit of generosity is an investment in your spiritual future, creating the prosperity you seek across all your lifetimes. This is your time for transformation. To continue this journey and deepen your inner reform, you need more light. Click the very first link in the description to join our exclusive study group. And if this video was transformative for you, please subscribe now to Spiritist Light Journey and help us take this message to the world. Have you ever wondered what happens to souls who get lost after they leave the physical world? Is suffering in the spiritual realm a forever punishment? The truth is, it's not. Most of this suffering comes from guilt, confusion, and a lack of understanding. But the universe is full of compassion, and help is always available. Today, we're going to uncover the real heroes of the afterlife, those who venture into the shadows to rescue lost souls. Imagine a vast, shadowy valley. This is what some call the umbral, a region in the spiritual world where spirits burdened by negative emotions and attachments find themselves. But into this darkness, beams of light pierce through. These are the rescuers of the beyond. Who are they? They are organized teams of highly evolved spirits, doctors, teachers, guides, and compassionate volunteers. Think of them as spiritual first responders. They bravely enter these dense, heavy zones, places thick with the energy of sadness, anger, and despair, all to extend a hand to those who are suffering. Their work is fueled by pure love and a desire to help. But they don't work alone. Our prayers, our positive thoughts, and our sincere desire to help from here, on earth, create powerful energy that strengthens these rescue teams and helps them reach even more souls in need. Your heartfelt prayer for a loved one who has passed on, or even for an unknown soul, acts like a beacon, guiding the rescuers to where they are needed most. Now, let's talk about something many people misunderstand: obsession. It's not like what you see in horror movies, some kind of demonic possession. In reality, obsession is a deep mental connection, a bond formed by shared negative feelings. A suffering spirit, perhaps one still attached to old habits or resentments, can connect with a person living on earth who is vibrating on a similar frequency of anger, sadness, or addiction. It's like tuning a radio to a specific station. If your thoughts and emotions are consistently negative, you become a match for spirits who are also stuck in that state. They don't necessarily want to cause harm. Often, they are just confused and seeking relief, unknowingly draining the energy of the living person they've attached to. The best way to protect yourself from this is what we call inner reform. It's like a spiritual vaccine. By working to improve your thoughts, cultivating positive emotions like forgiveness and gratitude, and changing your negative habits, You change your energetic frequency. You raise your vibration, making yourself incompatible with these lower energy connections. It's about taking responsibility for your own spiritual health and creating a shield of light around yourself through your own good actions and intentions. So, how do we treat this? Where can people find help? This is where charitable spiritual centers play a crucial role. The work they do, often called désobéissance, isn't an exorcism. It's a process of healing and education for both the person being influenced and the spirit causing the influence. It's an act of profound charity. Volunteers and spiritual mentors create a loving, prayerful environment. Through prayer, dialogue, and positive energy, they help the suffering spirit understand their situation, let go of their pain, and accept the help of the spiritual rescuers waiting for them. At the same time, the living person is guided to work on their inner reform, strengthening their mind and spirit to prevent future connections. It's a beautiful process of evangelization, where both souls are treated with compassion and guided toward the light. It's a reminder that everyone, no matter how lost they seem, deserves a chance to heal and progress. Have you ever felt a sudden, unexplainable drain of energy or been influenced by a strong wave of negativity you couldn't shake? Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might help someone else feel less alone. We're a community dedicated to spreading this light and understanding. If this video resonated with you and you'd like to support our work, please consider clicking the thanks button. Your contribution helps us continue creating content and keeping this channel a beacon of spiritual knowledge. Thank you for being part of our journey. Stay tuned, because in our next chapter, we're expanding our view beyond Earth. We'll explore the concept of inhabited worlds and dive into cosmic evolution, discovering our place in this vast, populated universe. You won't want to miss it. Follow us so you're notified when the next video drops. Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered if we're alone? It's a common human thought, but it might be a bit of a vanity mistake to think that Earth is the only place with life. The universe is incredibly vast, almost infinite. And if we believe in a creative force, why would it limit itself to just one tiny planet in a forgotten corner of a galaxy? Spiritism offers a fascinating perspective on this. It suggests that there's life everywhere, not just on Earth, but on countless other worlds, each at a different stage of evolution. So, that starry night sky isn't just a collection of distant fires, it's a neighborhood of homes, each housing souls on their own unique journeys. Imagine a giant, cosmic staircase. Each step is a different world, a different planet, glowing with its own unique color and atmosphere. This is how we can visualize the scale of worlds where souls evolve. At the very bottom, you have the primitive worlds. These are the first incarnations for a soul, a place of instinct and basic learning, where the first sparks of intelligence and morality are kindled. Then, there's a step you might find very familiar, the worlds of trials and expiations. Yes, that's our home, planet Earth. Life here is a mix of good and bad, happiness and sorrow. We're here to learn, to face challenges, to pay off old debts from past lives, and to develop our intellect and moral compass. It's like a tough school, where the lessons are hard but essential for our growth. The pain and suffering we experience aren't punishments, but rather consequences of our own past actions, serving as powerful tools for learning and purification. But we don't stay in this school forever. The next step up is the worlds of regeneration. This is a transitional stage. Here, souls can rest and replenish their energies after the tough lessons of a world like Earth. Evil still exists, but it's much weaker. The dominant desire is for good. The great news is that Spiritism teaches us that Earth is on the verge of becoming a regeneration world. We're seeing the pangs of this transition right now, but the ultimate destination is a more peaceful and harmonious existence right here on our planet. Climbing higher, we reach the happy worlds. Here, good completely outweighs evil. The relationships are based on love and fraternity. The body is less dense, the mind is sharper, and life is dedicated to pursuing knowledge, art, and universal love. Pain and suffering as we know them are practically non-existent. It's a world where the soul truly begins to experience the joy of its progress. Finally, at the very top of this cosmic staircase, are the celestial or divine worlds. These are the homes of purified spirits who have reached the highest level of evolution. They live in a state of pure bliss and work directly alongside the creative force of the universe, helping to guide the progress of all other worlds. It's a journey from the first spark of consciousness to becoming a co-creator in the cosmic dance. So, when does a soul finally get to graduate from Earth? When is the earthly journey complete? It happens when we've learned the lessons this school has to offer. When we've reached a level of moral and intellectual development where we no longer need the harsh lessons of pain and karma that define life here. It's not about being perfect, but about consistently choosing good over evil, love over selfishness, and understanding over judgment. When you've purified your spirit to this point, you are freed from the karmic laws that bind you to worlds of trials and expiations. Imagine a figure of pure light, leaving planet Earth behind, not with sadness, but with gratitude for the lessons learned. This soul is then drawn, by natural spiritual attraction, towards a new home, a happier realm, a planet bathed in golden light, where the next stage of its infinite journey can begin. This isn't an escape, but a promotion. You've passed the exams, you've earned your diploma, and now you're ready for a higher level of existence. A life free from the heavy burdens we carry on Earth. What are the inhabitants of these more advanced worlds actually like? As you can imagine, they are quite different from us. Their bodies are much more subtle, less dense, almost ethereal. Think of beings of light, with a human-like form but translucent and radiant. They don't suffer from the physical ailments and diseases that plague us. Their lifespan is much longer, and the process of disincarnation, or what we call death, is a gentle, peaceful transition. Communication is also completely different. They don't need spoken language. Their communication is telepathic, a direct transmission of thought and feeling. This means there are no misunderstandings, no lies, and no deceit. Everything is open and transparent. Imagine a society where everyone understands each other perfectly. In these worlds, concepts like hatred, war, envy, or pride simply don't exist. They've been overcome and left behind on lower worlds like ours. These beings live in perfect harmony with each other, and with a nature that is lush, vibrant, and shining with its own light. They dedicate their time to creation, study, and helping souls on the worlds below them. It's a glimpse into our own potential future. This is a deep and fascinating topic, isn't it? It really makes you think. So, I want to ask you, if you could choose, what type of world would you like to reincarnate in next? A world of regeneration to rest and rebuild, or perhaps a happy world to experience a life of love and art? Leave your sincere opinion in the comments below. I know this can bring up a lot of questions. To help answer them, we're holding a weekly live session where we dive deep into these spiritual topics. For alerts and more content, make sure to follow Spiritist Light Journey on Instagram, and stick around, because in our next video, we're going to explore the indestructible ties. We'll uncover the true purpose of families, both here on Earth and in the spiritual plane, and how these connections of light bind us together across lifetimes. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Have you ever looked at your family, your parents, your children, your partner and wondered if it's all just a random twist of fate? I'm here to tell you, coincidence doesn't exist. The deep bonds we share with our family members are not accidental. They are ancient promises we've made, or perhaps debts we've come to resolve. Think of your family as the main laboratory for your soul's evolution, the most important classroom you'll ever attend. It's where we learn our biggest lessons, face our greatest challenges, and experience our most profound love. So, who are our relatives, really? The family we're born into. Our blood relatives. This is a temporary arrangement for one lifetime, but our spiritual family, the souls we are truly connected to, that bond is eternal. Reincarnation is a beautiful and intelligent process that allows us to switch roles, to experience life from different perspectives. The person who was once your enemy in a past life might be your beloved child today. Why? To give both of you a chance for mutual forgiveness and understanding. It's a divine opportunity to heal old wounds and transform animosity into pure love. Imagine two souls who once clashed, now brought together in the closest of bonds to finally find peace. That's the beautiful design of the universe at work. This is why some family relationships are so intense. We are drawn to certain souls because we have unfinished business with them. We choose our family on a spiritual level before we are even born, agreeing to come together to help each other grow. Sometimes we are repaying a kindness from a past life. Other times, we are learning to forgive someone who hurt us, or asking for forgiveness for a hurt we caused. Each interaction, Every joy and every conflict is a lesson tailor-made for our soul's progress. The challenges are not punishments, they are opportunities. They are invitations to practice patience, compassion, and unconditional love. When you see your family through this lens, everything changes. The annoying habit of a sibling or a disagreement with a parent becomes a chance to practice spiritual virtues. Let's talk about our most intimate partnerships, like marriage. These unions are often powerful karmic arrangements. We are intensely drawn to another person because our souls recognize a profound connection and a shared purpose for growth. When conflicts arise in a relationship, it's not necessarily a sign that it's wrong. In fact, that conflict is the very reason you might have come together. It's an opportunity to rebuild a bond that was once broken, to heal a past life wound, and to evolve together. The friction is what polishes the stone, revealing the diamond within. The ultimate solution, the antidote to all suffering and misunderstanding, is the law of love. When you can look at your partner during a disagreement and see a fellow soul on a journey, when you can choose empathy over anger, that is spiritual mastery. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks the chains of karma. It doesn't mean condoning hurtful behavior. It means releasing the emotional charge, the resentment, and the pain you are holding onto. This act of forgiveness frees not only the other person but, more importantly, it frees you. It dissolves the dense energy of the karmic debt and allows both souls to move forward in light and love. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, you are accelerating your spiritual evolution and bringing more harmony into the world. Your relationship becomes a sacred space for mutual healing. One of the most heart-wrenching experiences a person can face is the loss of a loved one, especially the death of a child. The pain of this separation can feel unbearable, and it's natural to question everything from the perspective of eternity. However, this separation is temporary. The spirit who has departed is not gone. They are very much alive, active, and continue their journey in the spiritual realm. They often remain close, visiting and watching over the loved ones they left behind. The love you share is the unbreakable bridge that connects you. It's a bond that time, space, and even death cannot destroy. When you feel a sudden wave of peace or a gentle memory, it might just be your loved one reaching out, letting you know they are okay, and that your connection is forever. That love is the eternal link. If you have ever found it in your heart to truly forgive someone who hurt you, that is a monumental spiritual victory. Celebrate that win. If this resonates with you, leave a heart emoji in the comments to share that positive energy. And if you feel ready to go deeper, to truly transform your understanding and your life, consider becoming a member of the Spiritist Light Journey. As a member, you'll get access to exclusive content designed to guide you on this profound path of self-discovery and healing. And get ready, because in our next video, we're going to explore the undeniable proofs of this eternal journey. We'll look at what science is starting to discover about the legacy of our eternal life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. We've reached the final chapter of our journey, and what a journey it's been. Now, we're going to unite science and faith, bringing you the missing pieces of the puzzle, the proofs you've been waiting for. And as our grand finale, I'll reveal the secret code of happiness, a timeless formula that will guarantee you a bright and luminous future in the great beyond. Stay with me until the very end for this life-changing revelation. Let's dive straight into the fascinating world, where science meets the spirit. For decades, researchers have been capturing evidence of survival after death through a method called instrumental transcommunication, or ITC. Imagine this: voices, and even images, of those who have passed on, appearing on our everyday electronic devices like radios, televisions, and computers. Pioneers in this field have recorded countless messages, creating a bridge between our world and the next. These aren't just random noises. They are intelligent, coherent communications that provide undeniable proof of continued existence. The technology acts as a medium, allowing spirits to manipulate sound and light waves to make their presence known. This isn't science fiction. It's documented fact, explored in laboratories around the globe, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of reality. Then we have the groundbreaking work of Dr. Brian Weiss, a respected psychiatrist who stumbled upon irrefutable evidence of reincarnation. Through hypnosis, he began regressing his patients not just to their childhoods, but to previous lifetimes. These weren't fantasies. The details his patients recalled were astonishingly accurate historical facts, languages they'd never learned, places they'd never been. This therapy, known as past life regression, has healed deep-seated phobias, anxieties, and physical ailments by addressing their root cause in a past existence. Dr. Weiss's work, and that of many others, shows us that our soul is a traveler, an immortal student, learning and evolving through multiple lifetimes. We carry the echoes of our past experiences within us. Together, ITC and regression therapy form a powerful scientific argument. Consciousness is not confined to the brain, and our story doesn't end with a single chapter. The evidence is mounting, inviting us to look beyond the veil. So, if we live on, what do we actually take with us when we leave this physical life? It's not our money, our property, or our status. The only treasures that endure are intangible. What we carry forward is the sum of our moral progress, the kindness we've shown, the love we've given, the lessons we've learned. And what do we leave behind? Not just memories in the minds of others, but an indelible mark on the universe itself. Imagine a colossal, cosmic library, a book of life, where every single thought, feeling, and action is recorded. This is sometimes called the Akasha, a universal chronicle of all souls. Nothing is ever lost. When we transition, we don't face an external judge pointing fingers. Instead, the spirit becomes its own witness. We review our own life, not with guilt or punishment, but with the clear light of understanding. We see the impact of our choices, the love we spread, and the opportunities for growth we embraced or missed. This cosmic record isn't for judgment, it's for learning. It's the ultimate feedback system, helping our soul understand its own journey and plan the next steps in its eternal evolution. Now, for the promise I made at the beginning. What is the key to ensuring our journey leads to brighter, happier destinations? It's a simple, yet profound formula, what we can call the code of happiness. It consists of 3 essential elements. First, unwavering faith, not a blind belief, but a deep, rational trust in a higher intelligence, in the laws of love and justice that govern the universe. It's the certainty that we are never alone and that everything has a purpose. Second, active charity. This isn't just about donating money. It's about the daily practice of goodwill, empathy, and service to others. It's a kind word, a listening ear, a helping hand. Charity is the language of the soul, the most powerful force for positive change. And third, self-knowledge, the journey inward to understand who we truly are, to identify our weaknesses and cultivate our strengths. It's the commitment to becoming a better version of ourselves each day. Unwavering faith, active charity, and self-knowledge. This is the trinity that elevates the spirit. This is your passport to the happy world of the cosmos. And the best part, you don't have to wait. You can start applying this code right now, today, and begin transforming your destiny. So, we come to the end of this exploration. We've seen that the fear of death is really just the fear of the unknown, and a life lived in fear is not truly lived at all. Now that you know the truth about eternity, that your existence is a grand, continuous adventure, I urge you to live with purpose, live with intention. Don't waste a single moment on trivialities or negativity. Be the light that this world so desperately needs. Your journey doesn't end here. In fact, it's just getting started. The journey continues forever. This video is our greatest work of love and light. If it made a difference for you, if it sparked a new hope in your heart, your mission now is to share it. Send it to 5 people who you feel need to hear this message. Let's create a chain of light together. And don't forget to subscribe to Spiritist Light Journey and click that bell so you'll be the first to know when our next video drops. We'll be diving deep into what the Bible really says about reincarnation. You won't want to miss it. Thank you for being here.